France has done cognac and cheese up in the mountains. He's now in Serbia.
Yes.
What's in the agenda? What are we watching out for here?
So he has arrived in Serbia on the 25th anniversary of the Belgrade bombing, which is a very significant moment for China itself. But more broadly, I mean, Serbia and then Hungary, these are two countries which are not just economically friendlier to China, but really geopolitically much closer to China too. Two rare examples in Europe of that. And that's primarily, or in a big part at the moment, because of that proximity, the closeness of the relationships between Serbia and Hungary and Russia here. As well as this sort of distrust of the US-led world order, that both countries are sort of big buyers of the idea of the multipolar world, and they're both BRI nations. So Hungary is the last EU country that is still a BRI nation after Italy withdrew from that, and they have both benefited in different ways, but from those mostly from those sort of classic infrastructure-style products. On the Serbian side, more on the sort of steel, on Hungary, more so on infrastructure, railways, and of course we're looking out for automaker developments here. We already know that the Belgrade government has said about 30 agreements may be signed between Serbia and between Serbia and China. So certainly more to look out for on that front too.
And it was enough for him to write a whole op-ed. It's called "May the Light of Our Ironclad Friendship Shine: The Path of China-Serbia Cooperation." You're saying this is getting a lot of hits.
Yes,
right now.
Yes, a lot of interest in this, and it's just a fascinating timing here. It's really weighty timing for China because, yes, as I said, so she arrived on the day of the 25th anniversary of the Belgrade bombing, which happened in 1999. It is a really pivotal and important moment in the public consciousness in China that isn't always necessarily understood outside of China, because it helps seed this mistrust of the US and this mistrust of NATO. And quite widely in China, although the US apologized, said it was an accident, there is still this feeling among many in China that actually this was intentional, and there is these suspicions around it to this day. And we have seen the government historically use this event to sort of dial it up and dial it down to try and stir nationalist feeling. So the interesting part of what this signals, not just these closer sort of reaffirmed ties with Russia and the world order, but also a signal for his domestic audience here too, a reminder of just where China stands, that it's showing a little bit of muscle despite these sort of warm ties with France, despite some of that thaw that we've seen with the US, still showing some muscle on the world stage about precisely where it stands.